In this tutorial, we're going to go over LeetCode 1952, 3 divisors. What this question is asking is it's saying, given an integer n, return true if n has exactly 3 positive divisors. Otherwise, return false. An integer m is a divisor of n if there exists an integer k such that n equals k times m. Now, it sounds complicated, but it's a lot simpler than it sounds. Now, this is saying input n, output false. This is because 2 only has 2 divisors, 1 and 2. Now, in this case, we're giving n equals 4, and this is returning true as 4 has 3 divisors, 1, 2, and 4. Now, essentially, all we're testing for is to check how many divisors they have, so we're going to have to count the divisors, and then we're going to have to see if it's equal to the 3 positive divisors. Now, what we can do for this question is we can use a list comprehension to generate the divisors. From there, we'll use some true-false notation to return our answer. Now, what we can do here is we can start off with setting divisors equal to this list comprehension here. So we're going to do d for d in range starting from 1, and we're going to do n plus 1, so that'll count essentially up to the variable we're testing for, plus 1. Now we're going to also add the if statement n mod d equals 0. What this condition here is doing is it's filtering the sequence to only those d for which n divided by d leaves no remainder. So for example, d is just a divisor of n. Now this list will just return us the divisors, so now all we have to do for our Boolean answer is we could do return len, so we're going to test the length of divisors, essentially the length of our list, and we're going to set it equal to 3 to test if it's equal to our 3 divisors. We could run this to test, and you can see it's accepted. Now, just to go back, we could see we have d for d in range. So essentially here we generated a range of numbers starting from 1 to whatever our n is plus 1. This is just to get a range of numbers to test. From there, we check if they're divisors, and if they are, we'll store them in this list. After that, all we're going to do is we're going to check if the number of divisors is equal to 3, hence the 3 divisors, and that'll return us a Boolean output. Now we could submit. And you can see here our answer was accepted, and it beats 75% in terms of runtime and 20% in terms of memory. Now that's you can do LeetCode 1952, 3 divisors. Feel free to leave any questions or comments down below, or any other future tutorials you'd like to see, or other LeetCode problems solved.